Well, that was weird. Spoilers, or whatever. After last week, I went into the reality war with below-the-ground expectations, and I think that was a wise choice. Russell T Davies, this show is in such a weird, baffling place, and I don't want to assume ill intent on Davies' part, but I gotta be totally honest. This episode feels like it was written by someone who wished they weren't making this show. It feels like Davies wrote it out of obligation, much like how I feel I had to watch it out of obligation. Despite this episode being nearly a whole 20 minutes longer than usual, it chooses to rush through its main conflict in record time. With nearly half the episode left, the Ronnie, Omega, Conrad, all of it dealt with in incredibly unsatisfying and quick ways. The villains of this season, one of whom we've been seeding since 2023, all tossed aside as perfunctory. Omega is especially disappointing, being another big CGI monster like Sutek, only this time he's defeated in literally the space of half a scene. I do not understand why Russell writes his finales like this now. Villains with little to no real character and barely any presence or sense of threat who just get dog-walked after doing nothing. I can't even be mad about it anymore, it's just confusing. The episode hinges all of its attempts at genuine emotion and tension around Poppy, and while I did really like how that plotline ultimately resolved, unfortunately I don't really care about the kid, nor do I really like what she represents. I just am baffled by Russell's choice as a writer to treat 95% of what was set up last week like set dressing to be moved past, only to then hard pivot the emotional climax of it all exclusively onto this element that I don't think most of us cared about. I don't have the wind in my sails to be angry like I was a year ago or even a week ago, but I did not like this episode. There are bits in the extended prologue where Davies suddenly gets his act together and writes really effective emotional dialogue scenes, plus, full transparency, there's one 3-minute cameo, which absolutely got my jingling keys fan service baby brain to light up in the third act. Overall though, Reality War is a meandering, almost incoherent hour of television. So many of its creative decisions just feel counterintuitive or pointless. I think it's an episode that will make a lot of people jump ship from this show, but I'm just sat here, much like last week, waiting patiently for someone to take the reins from Davies.